2016, the very first Elder Day. Has anybody else been to every Elder Day? Yes! Oh, sorry. Yes! I'm very, very proud to be part of this event. I helped build this year, right? Like I did a bunch of, this and that, putting pictures together, doing writing, and still I had no idea how much I needed this day. I feel like I'm so thirsty just to be with you and be in community and honor and look at who has come before us together. Anybody else feel a little bit nervous about coming today? I mean, we're all excited, but also we're still in this kind of precarious time. And I don't know about you, but my social skills atrophied a little bit. And I see a lot of people that I know, but I forget your names. Just want to acknowledge, like, we're all in that space, right? We can be a little bit informal about it. I'm going to talk a little bit about the banners, which have been an element of Elder Day since 2017. Nate Sweeney's great idea. That banner itself is meant as a kind of placeholder and memorial. You'll see a pinning ceremony today where honorees receive one of the Elder Day pins that has our logo on it, like this. We created banners because we knew there would be people who were honoring someone who had passed away, or were honoring somebody who couldn't come, just couldn't make it to the ceremony. So a way to give them their pin was to place it on the banner. So you'll see some that have pins now. I'm going to tell you just really quickly who the artists were. The one on the very end is 2021. Double checking. And that, Robert Zimmerman made that quilt. The next one over was 2018. Shanti Flagg made that one. The next one over is 2020. And Lightner Winstead made that one. Now, I lost my place. And then 2019, James Mayhew was our artist. The last one, from 2022, was created by Sarah Sader-Murray, and that's the one that's closest to me. We're going to unveil the 2023 banner in a moment or so. But I want to tell you a little bit about the artist who created this piece. We went to a more competitive process and asked people to turn in a design idea, and we chose, I think, the exact perfect person to create this year's banner, Alessandra Gianpaolo Keener. I'm just going to point toward the table. I want to give you a little bit of the artist's statement that really drew us to this particular design. Just some excerpts. Creating the path and leading the way is part of the tagline for Elder Day. When she heard those words, she was thinking about creating a banner for us that represents a labyrinth. Who knows what a labyrinth is, everybody? It's kind of like a maze, right? Often in medieval churches, it's the place you can find. Sometimes they're now just a garden or painted on the floor. You can find one to walk, and it's a walking meditation for a lot of folks. The idea is that you follow a path, a circuitous around, and you get to the center, and then you follow the same path right back out, right? When thinking about the lives of LGBT elders, Alessa was thinking about the arduous, painful, sometimes dangerous paths that many of our elders have taken in order to live an authentic life. Like, I talk about this frequently. Our elders walk through glass for us. Like, this is here because they held the space open.
Yes.
We know that that's true. And thinking about her own process, a personal, decades-long coming out process, she's seeing the labyrinth as symbolic of the journey that a lot of LGBT folks find to get to the center of who they are, right? In order to find a new path in life. So she's made the labyrinth out of hand-stitched transparent beads. It's really lovely, with a white core, so that you can see, and also it kind of glitters and is translucent. It's fantastic. The idea is it represents both personal journeys of our elders, as well as the paths they've taken in life to be visible for all of us. She also created a patchwork part of the banner with batik fabrics, which exist all over the world, but there's a kind of idea behind it. Throughout life, LGBT folks often find themselves needing to put on a protective armor before immersing ourselves in certain situations. Anybody know anything about that? Me too. Once returned to safety, the armor can be removed, and the experience has colored our view of the world. So batik is made by dipping fabric into dye and using a wax resist to leave parts of it open, right? The wax is then removed, and the piece can be dyed over again. And each time, a new part of it will be showing, a new part of it will be dyed, a new part of it will be colored. And there is a way that that's similar. We dip ourselves into the world when we take a chance to expose ourselves and our hearts in our journey to find love for the authentic person we know ourselves to be. Those experiences add to the colorful person we are and ultimately how the world sees us. With that, I'm going to present to you the 2023 National Honor LGBT Elders Day banner.
Okay, now.
We're going to move it down off the stage at the end of this program in case there are folks here who have somebody on their heart that you admire, that taught you to be who you are, that made space for you, and they're not with us right now. You've got a place to put a pin to honor them. Let's just take a moment and acknowledge that, right? Like, my dears, this is not the first plague we lived through. How many folks were dealing with flashbacks to HIV days, AIDS days, when the pandemic started getting rolling, right? And how many of our community are living with HIV and have extra vulnerability around COVID? We're really aware that we're missing people, right? Look around, is there somebody you thought might be here that you don't see? We're gonna just take a moment and acknowledge the enormity of those losses and call those spirits to come into this moment and get their honors too. So we're just going to have a moment of silence, and then I'm going to pin the banner, and we'll move on to the program.